All right, everybody. So, I was talking with some friends the other day. We were talking about being an expert. And something that I know is a challenge for anyone who is trying to build a business. And it doesn't matter what business it is, you want to get customers. And it's hard to get customers. By sharing their knowledge is this idea of I need to be an expert. And when I was talking with some of my friends the other day, we were looking at the difference, or really just what is expertise? What is expert? And someone mentioned how, my friend Jim Lynn mentioned how expert and experience, they are from the same root word. Like they mean the same thing pretty much. And I was sharing with them all about how we all have a story to share with people. And that story, our life experience, is actually quite beneficial. And it is actually the story that we have to share with everybody that can help someone. Our stories, the way in which we live, the hardships that we've gone through, all of those things are so valuable. And they are the exact messages that people need to hear because they will attract the right people to you. And it's one of the elements that I have incorporated into this program that I've created. And the pillar that I'm talking about is the servant CEO. Because the servant CEO not only is in service of other people, but they understand their story well enough to be able to share it in a way that's attractive. It's one thing to be able to share a story about your life, and it's another thing to be able to help people see how to use that story in a way to actually help a client overcome a challenge. I'm trying to think of an example of this. I recently helped a client. He was trying to help his team in kind of like, he's like managing a warehouse right now, and he's trying to help his team in like applying themselves and taking ownership and being accountable to what they create. And I told him a story because the primary thought that he had was this idea that his team couldn't create this result, that they couldn't solve this problem on their own, that he needed to be there to help them. And I told him the story of a friend that I have who works at Target and who is like the HR manager trying to help the whole team at Target be better, stock the shelves, do things faster, just be amazing. And how my friend kind of had a similar belief that's just like, I don't know if these people can do it. They're low level, like they can't change. There's no way that they can, perform at this higher level and solve problems at this higher level. And then he started researching, started studying. And my friend, he said that one of the things that he tried, that he changed, he said, as much as I might think that they aren't capable, this team of mine and all these Target employees, I'm just going to appreciate them. when they show up to work, I am just going to appreciate the fact that they even showed up, that they performed something, that they came to work. Like, that's showing some level of competency. And so the more that this manager at Target, the more that he started to believe in his clients, or not his clients, but in his team, and appreciate everything that they were doing, the more that he valued them, the better they showed up. Because as you know, when you think positively about another person and you start acting positively towards them, they in return receive that positivity, and they receive those messages from your actions and from the way in which you speak to them, and they change. They start to believe in themselves more. They start to walk into the office and say, you know what, I do come to work, or, you know, my boss does appreciate me, or I am doing a good job. And all of a sudden, they feel more competent and capable, and abilities to do more increase. And I told this story, this experience, to my client. Now, when he hears this story and he recognizes, oh, there is this belief that I've had that my team isn't capable. And when I hear this other story of someone who thought the same thing and then tried something else and believed something different and saw a change, my brain, in hearing that story, changes and shifts. And from a simple story or an example or a study, because I also shared with this client that there's this study done with teachers. And they told the teachers, okay, this group of students, they didn't score well on this test, and so they're not as knowledgeable, and they'll probably struggle. And then they said, okay, there's this other group of students, and they took the same test. They got top scores. They're amazing. Look out, because they're going to do great. And they told the teachers this. And the teachers, subconsciously, what's going on underneath the surface is that as they're teaching and as they are interacting with these students, Group A, the group that were told that they didn't do very well in the test, they didn't really encourage them. They didn't really believe that they were capable. And then Group B, the group of students where the teachers were told they did well in this test, they're star students, they're amazing, the teachers did subtle different things. It was the way in which they talked to them. It was the way in which they interacted with them, where all of a sudden they started to encourage them. It's like, oh, well, I know you can do this. Like, of course, like, this is easy. You can, there's no way you can't solve this. And in those subtle messages, just from the belief that the students could accomplish this, all the students where they were told did well in this test, they actually performed higher. Simply because the teacher believed that they were smarter. And so with these examples and with these stories that you tell your clients and that you tell the world, when you take ownership of your stories and you start to recognize that your stories are similar to the stories that your clients face and can help them, then there is no debate on expertise. You don't need to be an expert to be able to share your experience. Expert and experience come from the same Latin root. It's like the same thing. So you don't need to be an expert to share your experience and your story that can transform another human. So as long as you have experience, life experiences, as long as you have had shifts in beliefs through your life's experience that you can then share with your people, you can get clients and you can help coach them and you can help them shift their own beliefs that can help them take the steps that you took to achieve the result that they want. Because I bet you that there are people on this planet who, if they were to look at your life, they would say, they're at my happy ending. Like, if I could get my life to where they are, I would love my life. Like, it would be amazing. If I could just get to that point where Tyson is, that'd be awesome. If I could just get to that point where Brittany is or where Anne is, like, that would be amazing. And the thing is, you're there already. And there are steps that you took, very simple ones. There were experiences that helped you to get there. There were shifts in beliefs that helped you to get there. And when you can own and uncover those stories and then share them, that's where the power is. So if you are interested at all in learning this and want to learn more, then go to my profile or whatever, click on the link, set up a call with me. We'll talk about it. Love to talk about your stories. Love to talk about how you can start getting more clients, start creating a business that draws on your life's experiences and thus helps your clients move forward. So that's it. I wanted to share that in my own blah way, but thank you all for joining, and we will talk to you later. Okay, bye.